And now we're going to go to Emma, and the order will just flip that. Anita, so you'll go first, then Teresa, Nancy, Nisa, Jean, you'll be final batter. Emma, over to you.
Hi. Briefly, can you please define what a vibrant downtown means to you, and what attractive features would that host for youth?
I'm sorry, I'm sorry, would you say the second sentence again, please?
And what attractive features would that host for youth?
Once more.
Youth of the community.
Youth, sorry. Features for youth, thank you. I think Teresa made a good point, which is probably vibrancy means different things to different people, just like small town charm might for our city. I have a daughter, she's 29, lives in Austin, Texas, went through schools here, and her idea of what's fun and my idea of what's fun are kind of different now. So I think it's really important that we do talk to all segments of our community about what matters to them in terms of vibrancy. I used to park at one corner of town and run all over town and do things, and I don't do that anymore. My knee won't let me, but my daughter certainly would. So I think we need to ask what people want in a more scientific and statistically valid way, and also consider what changes actually help the business community as opposed to having unintended consequences that could hurt them.
The vibrancy downtown, again, as Anita had said and others have alluded to, is difficult to pin down. For me, a downtown that's vibrant has reasons for people to come down, but it also has businesses that are able to survive and be there, pay their rents, and have people that keep coming back. And we have a number of businesses that do that. I think it's important that we maintain that vibrancy and that we encourage more of it. I think the vibrancy word is misused often. The attractive features for youth, that's a tricky one. I think it has to be a discussion where we find out what the youth wants. There's also a budgetary difference between younger people and older people. So whatever would be there for the younger people would have to be something that's affordable for them. And I think finding out the best way to make it a fun place for them would come from actually talking to a number of the youth.
So I agree that vibrancy means something different for different groups of our community. But the city conducted several outreach programs and did surveys. And majority of the respondents, as I said earlier, wanted more vibrancy. And I think when I think of vibrancy, I think of things that will attract seniors, teenagers, young families, empty nesters to downtown. Those are restaurants, shops, services, things that people will want to actually go to our downtown and not to Mountain View or Palo Alto or Cupertino and other downtowns to spend their money and spend time with their family and friends. And so when I think of a vibrant downtown for Los Altos, it's a place that we can all gather with our neighbors and friends and family members and congregate. One of the things I love about the Downtown Visioning Plan is the fact that it has these outdoor seating areas where we can congregate and we can gather with teenagers and family members and be the community that we all love.
All right, great. Well, for me, vibrancy means people. And I like to people watch. I like to be around other people. And when I go downtown, I like to have restaurants I can go to that are open past 8 o'clock at night. And what I'd love to see is we have a beautiful downtown. It has beautiful bones. Everything is there except for the vibrancy. So I think a few tweaks and we can get there. But in particular, becoming even more of a community gathering place, but at the same time being economically sustainable for our business owners is very important. In the vision plan, there are a lot of cool things that include some pretty simple things, like, for example, what they call outdoor activity nodes, which could be outdoor fire pits or small stages where bands could play and our really good teenage bands can come out and play, more interactive public art, having an outdoor dining plaza. There's a lot of really cool things we can do for our downtown, and that creates vibrancy. Thank you.
I agree with what's been said on my left here. by the way, I'd like to specify that 83% of the people, and surveyed scientifically by a very good professional firm, Godby, said 83% want more vibrancy, and of those 83% who want more vibrancy, more than half want a lot more vibrancy, which, by the way, I'm not sure I'm with them on that. I want a little more vibrancy, maybe 20, 25% more. Specifically on the question on kids, young people. Young people want to hang out in nice places. They want to hang out in cafes, in places where there's greenery, benches, maybe as Nancy just said, a place where the music is being played. So just nodes of activity and places where they can meet.
Terrific, thank you, candidates.